Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and today I want to talk about Socialmedian. Socialmedian is a social network site that I found a few months ago, but I really couldn't grasp how to use it and how to best utilize it until today. And I actually gave it a couple of hours, and I actually dilly-dallied through it and actually found new features and functionality that I didn't know was there previously, and I can finally see a use for it now. And I'm going to show you some of the things I learned today. Socialmedian can be reached at socialmedian.com, and it's basically a site designed to discover, track, and share news with the people you know who share your interests. These can be people on Twitter, these can be people on Facebook, these can be people on FriendFeed, other social networks, MySpace, so on and so forth. Now, what differentiates Socialmedian from a lot of other social networks? Well, it kind of sits at the top of everything. It aggregates, seems like it aggregates all the aggregators, if you will. It sits at the top, and it aggregates everything to where you can share similar interests with people, and you can easily organize it and make new friends and find new stories. And today I found about probably 8 stories on Socialmedian that I would not have found through my normal outlets of FriendFeed and Google Reader and Twitter. I don't know how that happened, but somehow by using this product I was able to do that. So just briefly, let's go through the interface. On the home page, you can assign a default tab. Right now I'm looking at My Networks, and Socialmedian has several networks that you can join. For example, you can join a network about Apple, you can join a network about Twitter, you can join even a network about financial and presidential and all kinds of stuff, and politics and world news, and any topic that meets whatever your interests are. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of my networks. And I'm going to go to New My Networks, and here we have Apple, Arts and Entertainment, Blogging, Cloud Computing, Digital Media, Facebook. So these are all the things that I'm interested in, but you may not be. Now let's just say, for example, you want to join a network, but you don't feel like poking around. I'm going to go back to the home page. You don't feel like poking around and looking for stuff. Well, Socialmedian includes a very nice search engine so that you can find certain networks to join. And I think this is a good way to get started, because if you join networks, you'll find a lot of news. Now on the right side, there's a section here called Find News Networks, and I'm going to type in gaming, because that's a topic I like. Let's see what kind of networks are available for gaming. As you can see, there's several networks. There's gaming, gaming technology, and social media and gaming. That's nice. Gaming news, video games. And you can see within each one of these networks, there's a number of users, a number of sources, and the number of stories in the last 24 hours. So you can kind of gauge how active each one of these networks are. So I'm going to go ahead and join this video game network. And let's walk through the process of actually, going through Socialmedian and actually finding stuff to do. Let's see if I clicked on it. I think I did. Let's give it a couple seconds here. So the networks that I've joined, I've actually added stories to as well. Socialmedian gives you the technology to where when you submit a story, it can add it to certain networks depending on what you submit. I'm going to go ahead and go to the story itself. I don't know if I clicked on the join button or not. And over, let's see, it's video games. Okay, quit this network. So I've already joined this network, and as you can see over here on the right, this is what I'm talking about. Under info and settings, it said quit this network, so that means I'm already a member of it. So there's already a few stories here, and let's find something that's interesting. Hopefully there's something that's worth bookmarking, or what they call clipping. And you can see these numbers here. There's 0 clips, and you can clip things. It's kind of like a dig type thing, and I don't see anything terribly interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip this story so you can see how it works. Now when I clip this story, it's going to add it to my news feed, so people who follow me, there's that follow term again for social networks, they'll see it as part of their newsmakers section. Now you see here it says, great, we've let your networks know that you're interested in this story. I can also add a comment to this story, and I can say, that's interesting. I can also tweet this story. Now, this is a new feature that recently came out, that it'll post to Twitter that I commented on this story. It'll post my comment and a link to the Socialmedian network. So now I have my comment here. Another feature is that this was recently added, is that you can do moods. And this is something that I think it kind of took from FriendFeed, where you can like a story, but FriendFeed lacked the ability to dislike a story. So now you can actually display your mood. You can say, well, I'm sharing this story or I'm discussing the story, but I'm not too happy about it. I dislike it. So I'm going to go ahead and say like. I don't even know the quality of the story. I might have to go back and clean it up. People in my network might be saying, what is this guy thinking? So now I have successfully clipped the story in Socialmedian by just going to a network. Now this is a pretty common workflow, which I just did. Now Socialmedian added today the ability to hook into Facebook as well. So once you do that, if I go to my Facebook, now that I've liked that story, it should have, I'm going to go ahead and refresh here. It should have, there we go. It says Bwana likes EA's Grasshopper manufactured game is totally using UE3. And it tells everybody on my Facebook network that I like that story. So that's functionality which was introduced today. Now I don't think I did anything with Twitter. Let me refresh. I didn't say that to tweet that story, so it didn't show up. But if I did, down here it tells you that I'm reading a Socialmedian story. And this time when I tweeted this, it says I was reading Socialmedian introduces news streaming. That's a good reminder. Let's talk about that. You can stream news through Socialmedian. There's so many features. I don't want to go through everything because this video will be 20 minutes. But you can add sources up here. You can do a snippet of text. You can just post anything that you want to say. You can post news if you want to do a custom headline or URL, or you can automatically import from various sites. Now this is something that aggregators do. You put in a URL, it automatically aggregates things. Now you can, according to this link here, you can import your favorite sites into your Socialmedian page. Namely, what I have done, I'm going to go ahead and click add edit sites, is that I am now importing my Google Reader shared items. So if we go to my feed, you'll see that I have, let's go to some of my clips here that because I've been clipping from all over the place. And let's see, I don't think I have anything on my front page from Google Reader. Here we go. BlackBerry Storm due Wednesday at London event? Question mark. Submitted by me from Google Reader. So when I went into Google Reader and shared this item, it automatically got imported in to Socialmedian. And I think that is a good workflow to have, because that's my primary source of finding news is Google Reader, and it'll automatically import that into Socialmedian. Now some of the most popular people on Socialmedian, obviously one of them is Robert Scoble, another one is Louis Gray, Jason Goldberg, he's the guy behind this monster of an application, and there's other people as well which are some of the top users, and they have a lot of followers, so on and so forth. So Socialmedian is a great way of finding news, discovering people with similar interests in the form of the networks, and you can tie into various social networks such as Facebook, such as Twitter, such as MySpace, and all these other different places. There's no direct tie to MySpace, but you can import and export to various social networks so that you can keep everything connected within the social media world. Alright, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and this is Socialmedian. I hope I gave you a good enough overview for you to get started. You can go and join today. It is now in public beta, so anybody can sign up. And if I'm wrong about that, then I'll have to get you an invite, but I'm pretty sure that that is correct. So go ahead and check it out. My ID is Bwana, so just go to socialmedian.com/Bwana and you'll be connected with me, and then you can follow everything that I am doing, and I will show up under my newsmakers on your page, because when you follow people, they become newsmakers for you. All right, enjoy.